Well, you know, I was gonna come out here and enjoy a beautiful day with you guys, do a nice live stream, you know, chat in real time with you. We're about to get blasted by this hurricane. I figure, you know, come out here and spend a little bit of time together before your boy Treasure gets washed away in the ocean. But my internet is absolutely trash, so this is going to be a discount live stream, all right? A little bit of a discount live, I like to call it. What I'm going to do is we're going to metal detect in this playground together. I'm not going to do any editing. This video might suck complete and utter butt cheeks, but we're going to give it our best shot out here. Got a little bit of hydration with me. Hydration. I've got this metal detector. This is called the XP WS4 with a high frequency elliptical coil. I'm running it in kind of a high frequency right now. Let's search around this playground for a couple minutes, see if we can find anything in here, and if we can't, we will move out into the grassy areas. So let's get into it, huh? You guys should be able to chat right now, so hey, give me some pineapples in the chat, huh? Throw some pineapples in there for me. Man, we're forced to do a discount live stream. Hey, it is what it is. Our quality and our connection should be absolutely precise. First signal right here. If you guys are looking at this metal detector and thinking, what the heck is that? I'm right there with you. Let me show you. My volume is coming through this pair of headphones right here. This is the WS4 Puck. It does actually have a target ID on it. Not very good, but you can barely see it on there. It is a 20s. And what is it, you ask? Piece of freaking foil. All right. I think that's part of the pole. These playgrounds can be a little bit like difficult to metal detect because you have to kind of distinguish what is a desirable piece of metal and what is just a you know, a beep from this playground equipment. That thing's got me a little bit excited. We're gonna try that here in a minute. There's a squeaker. That one sounds actually kind of nice, fellas. Might have our first coin of the day. Yeah, the live streams for me, while they're fun, they're really nice to be able to like interact with you guys live. The connection is just always so frustrating, you know? You show up to a location with hopes and dreams of having a successful day. Even if you don't find anything, for me, that's not really my goal. My goal is just, well, for the live streams, it's to be able to chat with you guys, you know? And when you're constantly battling your connection and, oh, it's lag and this, that, it kind of just throws you off, you know? I don't know. That's a pretty good one, though. Let's get a little close-up on that. Appreciate it. My first and possibly only coin of the day. It is a 1904 quarter. No, I think it's a 1994. Just a modern one. That's a good sign that there's a quarter in here, though, man. It's been slim pickings out here. Kind of want to try that basketball court, too. Let's try this merry-go-round thingy here. Honestly, though, this is how I used to make videos more than anything. I would come out here and just kind of blab it up, you know, in a sense. No editing or very low editing, and we would just kind of come out here and chat it up, you know? We might find some good stuff, we might not. It's kind of the, it's the reality of the hunt, but it's also the mystery of the hunt, you know? You're not always guaranteed something when you go out there. But you gotta be out there to even have a shot of finding something. Well, real quick, if you're sitting on the couch, check those crevices on the couch. Whoa! There goes my hat. Hurricane Milton come early. Check those couch crevices, boys and girls. Let me know if you find anything down yonder. There we go. Pull tab. Not too shabby. Got a couple picnic benches. There's even like a stage or something out here. Maybe we can go over there, meander around for a couple minutes. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, so if you guys are hanging out with me right now, this should be what we like to call a live premiere. And with these videos, they're not directly live in real time, but we should be hanging out together in the chat live. So it's nice being in here with you guys. I should be in the chat. I should be speaking up in the chat right now. Oh, there I am, there I am. I better be in the chat. In kind of a good mood today, even though this hurricane is basically barreling directly for us. I don't know. It's nice to be outside. The calm before the storm is actually always kind of an interesting time, right? Piece of foil. Perfect. We didn't finish around the merry-go-round either. It sounds a little bit sketchy. Maybe some iron. Come on, little guy. The stuff just blends right in with the mulch too. Sometimes it's really hard to see. I think that's a paper clip. We're getting somewhere. We're recovering some toxic metal. I don't know if I would call it paperclip toxic metal, but you know, might be a good idea to even turn down the sensitivity around this thing a little bit. What do you guys think? When was the last time you were on a merry-go-round? Do you want to join me for some fun? Have we got anybody at the park? I think I'm alone. Let's go for it for a minute. I was here not too long ago, probably a couple months. Let's get it. I might bust it. This thing's wet. Oh, holy moly. We're on it, boys. We're on it. Hang on. Hang on for dear life. All right, this will be a metal detecting challenge. We'll get off this thing and see if we are still coordinated at all. I'm about to fall over. Break my ankle trying to get off this thing. Whoa. Put us right on the treasure. Oh man. Hey, it's fun out here though. It is, it really is. Let's get up close to all the playground equipment now. It's the sound of some playground equipment. A little bit faint down yonder. Might even help, honestly, if I turn my sensitivity down a little bit. But at the same time, you kind of want to run it hot, right? Get a chance to find anything small. Alright, let's make it a new goal to find one other coin in this playground before we head out. We'll go to like the swing set or something. There's some pavilions here. Maybe we'll meander. I am honestly kind of a meandering metal detectorist. Hopefully you guys can actually hear the sounds of the metal detector coming through my headphones here. That would be truly a shame if you couldn't hear anything. I think sometimes showing like when you're swinging and finding nothing, sometimes that is kind of important because it does give like a beginner metal detector user kind of like a bigger or clearer picture of how the hunt goes, you know? There's something small right there. Whereas I've noticed lately I've kind of been favoring the people with the low attention span, so I'll, you know, do kind of some heavy editing in my videos. And I think while each has their own place, the reality of metal detecting is like, it's just that, you know, it's the reality of metal detecting. You don't know what you're gonna find, you don't know if you're gonna find anything, but that's the mystery again, you know, that's kind of what metal detecting is about for me. So let's continue on, yeah? We got some more ground to cover. Maybe in that grassy area there's some goods. Base of the slide. There's actually something there. That could be good. I haven't really had much at the base of the slides lately, but this is a common area where kids be flying, man. They be flying down the slides and losing all their goods. What? Another screw. What's the deal here? What's the dealio? Nothing but screws. Is that another one? They come out here with their whole toolbox, man. Their whole toolbox. I think after this one, let's head into the dirt, huh? We can always come back to the playground after, maybe. Seems like the playground isn't being super productive right now. Got it. Ooh, what's that? Something actually kind of shiny. Is it a ring? Not quite. Well, I guess it depends who you ask. It's a broken ring, not the ring variety that I'm necessarily looking for, but it is truly a ring. It was truly a ring. Let's see what else we got through yonder. There's beeps in here, but I don't know. None of these beeps sounding very hot. Ew. Down in here, underneath the wood chips. Yeah, to be fair, the playgrounds, they've been, you know, relatively lackluster recently. I think just people have been metal detecting them, to be honest with you. I can guarantee people are still using them, but it takes time for stuff to accumulate, especially in the modern areas. Just takes time. We did get that quarter. Maybe sounds a little bit more solid there. Let's give it a shot. Come on. Let's maybe go investigate the basketball courts or something. I never know where to go. That's how you know I'm a true meanderer. Come on. Oh, saw something shiny, I think. What is that? No! Another little piece of aluminum there. Cleaning it up one piece of junk at a time. It's not so bad if you look at it that way, you know? It's not so bad cleaning up some junk. This is another screw at the base of the slide. Let's head out into some different terrain. I'm about ready. I'm about ready. I'm about ready right now. The base of the slide has potential for the gold jewelry. I doubt it, actually. Like, I've been hunting playgrounds over the course of the last couple years, and the majority, realistically, that you find in playgrounds is like junk, aluminum foil, and then probably the second most common things, maybe coins, pennies, dimes, nickels. And then comes like the junk kids jewelry, you know, there's like the charms, little unicorn charms, best friend charms, things like that. The stuff that the kids wear. I found plenty of that, probably dozens and dozens of pieces of like little small, you know, trinket jewelry or junk jewelry, like we like to call it. But you have to realize in these playgrounds, most of the time, these kids aren't playing unsupervised. I know a lot of people don't think that you're gonna find much in playgrounds, and you probably won't. But if you hit it at the right time and something has been lost, that's all it takes. You know what I mean? I'm not very convincing. Good, stay out of the playgrounds. It's already hard enough to find stuff in here. But yeah, I've personally found probably like maybe 2 pieces of gold in playgrounds. And you have to consider I've been metal detecting them for years, basically. There is a channel that I watch called Paystreak Super Freak, though, and one of his friends, he found a $3,000 gold ring in one of these playgrounds just like this. Just a little wood-chipped playground, you know? I feel bad for the mother or the grandmother who lost that bad boy, but you just never know, you know? You never know until you get in here and swing your little coil around. Doesn't seem like there's too much through here. Little table, come on. Give me some coins, Johnny boy. Nope. Alright, I've been saying I'm getting out of this playground for the last 10 minutes. Let's actually check this last slide and then get into the grass. Sounds kind of good. Please. Sounds a little better than foil. Another troll, dude, come on. It kind of looks similar to that other weird ring thing that I found. That actually kind of looks like a link from like maybe some type of a chain or something. But it could just be a key ring type dealio. It's broken there. I think it's some junk. We were so close, but so far away. All right, let's actually commit. Let's see if there's anything out in the grass as I continue to meander. Looks like they got some confetti or something here. We'll take it. So I guess let's just check out this grassy patch for a couple minutes, maybe even that basketball court over there. See what we got to work with in the grassy patch. See if it's a sea of pull tabs. Oh, maybe there's some coins. Truck just rolled on through. All right. There's one right there. Let me just show you guys real quick. Again, it doesn't matter that much, but in case anybody wants to see, that one on the target ID is a 73. 73. A ring or a pull tab in disguise, I would like to think. Let's find out. Hey, let me know if there's anybody in Florida right now. Let me know if you're hanging out in Florida. Okay, there's a little circular piece of metal. We're finding the round stuff, but it's not the round that we want. It's not the round that we want. Let's keep going. I'm being eyed from a distance, eyed by a truck. He's interested in what we're up to. Trust me, little truck, we're only finding pull tabs and pennies. 53 on that ID. We'll do a little bit of ID checks here and there. See what we're working with. Try to familiarize ourselves to a couple of these target IDs. Come on. Come on, little buddy. 53, that's gotta be a pull tab, right? Doesn't have to be. Oh man, it's not. It's even better. Piece of can slaw. Now when you're being watched, you better do extra care. Take extra care in that little plug. Look at that little plug. Come on. You better be watching that, my man. That looks good. Looks decent. I would say, like, if you are metal detecting public areas, be sure that should be like your most sought after thing. It's not the finds, it's keeping the area that you're hunting like you've never been there, you know? I don't know, a lot of people don't really care, but I feel like for the longevity of metal detecting's sake, a lot of places actually already ban metal detecting, like locally, you know? Luckily, my county still allows it with a specific rule set. So instead of me going and, you know, abusing my privilege, basically, I mean, we can get into that more, you know, freedom and things, but it's really easy for them to put up a no metal detecting sign here and start enforcing it. And what am I gonna do if they do that, you know? For it just to start screaming, freedom! But freedom! But freedom though. But if the sign's up, I mean, what are you gonna do? So I try to respect the rules, you know, respect the ground as best as we can, put those plugs back as best as you possibly can, and hopefully the longevity will continue. I've been personally metal detecting my county parks for probably like 3-4 years now. Jeez Louise. And as far as I know, no rule changes yet. Personally, never had an issue. Never even had a Karen or a Darren yet, which is actually pretty surprising. The worst thing I've ran into out here has been basically just like sketchy drug dealers, you know? Some drug dealers. What's this? A nail? That's actually kind of a beautiful one. Junk. Probably kappa. We might have to shut you guys here in a minute. We'll find out if we get approached by our first Sharon or Karen, possibly Darren. Honestly, I probably just keep you guys rolling. We got some people getting questionably close. But do they really care what I'm even doing? Probably not. Sometimes I think like a little bit too deep. This truck is probably enjoying his lunch break. And this county employee, I'm sure, is just picking up some garbaggio. Basically what I'm doing. He's doing just what I'm doing. Just getting the surface stuff. Screamer. Ooh, I don't like that. It's another circular thing. Circular piece of metal. If they see you give it that pat and that fluff, I'm telling you, it's irresistible. It's irresistible. Alright, let's maybe meander over towards that little thingy-mabobber over yonder. It's kind of a solid signal. I could actually even change my tone set a little bit. It might give us a little more variation in the sound. Pop that little one. This one's actually maybe a little deeper. It was hitting on it pretty hard. My pinpoint, I might just be acting up. Yeah, with the live videos and stuff, or with the edited videos, for example, this part right here probably would have already been edited out. It's kind of a struggle, you know. If you don't find the signal, you figure it's probably not what everybody wants to see, but this happens to everyone, you know? You don't always just immediately get over your signal and pop it out. Sometimes you're off, sometimes it's deeper. Trucks rolling on through. See if we can maybe re-pinpoint that one. I think it actually possibly came out of a hole. Or I was just severely off on it. That happens. Happens every once in a while. After this one, let's go over by the basketball court, see if the court's got anything for us. This one's right towards the top. Break that little plug open. There it is. Foil. Man, my vengeance with foil. We really gotta get our act together, guys. Us as Americans aren't doing a very good job keeping our parks clean. Yeah, let me just swing through here for a second on our way over to this little overhang. Maybe I can hear a different tone or something. Most of these tones sound pretty much the same. Maybe we can snipe out a high squeaker or something. Maybe a high squeaker on the way. Tone sounds the same. Target ID is a 7980. I guess we'll investigate. I suppose. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing good though. How you feeling right now? Leave it in the chat. If you're feeling vocal, leave it in the chat. Let us know how you're feeling. I'm feeling wronged right now. I'm feeling wronged. All these pull tabs, man. I see people finding rings left, right, and center, and this seems to be this is all I got. Pull tabs, that's it. Is it location? It could be, but I'm trying to hop location. I've been hopping, man. I've been hopping. It's just the majority, I think. No matter where you go, for the most part, people just love to throw down their garbage. There's a different tone. Slightly higher there. Kind of broken weird, though. little guy over. Looks like a little bit different soil in there, maybe even. I don't know. Get you guys up close and personal for this one. Pull it out. It was a higher tone at least. And story of my life. Even if I go to cherry pick, man, piece of fence wire there, sounding better than the others, I guess. Still kind of broken though. Just a little bit of scrap there. A tad bit of scrap. As long as that plug goes back in though, that's all I want, really. That's really all I want. This one almost sounds even higher. I think we got some people showing up at the park. I'm gonna have to collect my cup. Oh, there we go. There's a coin at least. Come on. Can you guys see the date on that through this camera lens? Let me know if this actually helps. I feel like it kind of does, but does it slow the video down too much, or is it okay? 1978 on that one. Kappa. Yeah, we got some kitties sliding down the slide now. Hopefully they're losing the gold and the blue. I doubt it. Yeah, let us go over there. Maybe, just maybe, on the way over again, we'll listen for something a little bit different. I really find like mid-tones are the most challenging part. Mid and low tones, obviously, are the most challenging part about metal detecting modern areas. This one sounds really dense. The reason it is because like the majority of junk also reads up as a mid-conductive signal. Most of the junk in the ground, I feel like, is some variety of aluminum. So like an aluminum can that's been shredded by the lawnmower. Pull tabs, obviously, go crazy. Pieces of foil too. I feel like foil is the most common trash there is. So, you know, so many different things are made out of aluminum foil, and they're different densities, different shapes, different sizes, and that can all kind of relate to the sound and the target ID it gives you. So, just kind of thinking out loud. For me though, when I find gold is basically when I least expect it. I hate to say that, you know, I've been metal detecting for a while, and I would like to think that I've maybe honed in my skills over the years. There's different skills that I think I have maybe honed in, like, you know, target recovery rate and things like that. But I still think at the end of the day, for a gold ring to come out of the hole, there's really not a lot of magic to it. It could be different if you're at the beach maybe, but usually when people lose a ring or jewelry, there's not always a reason behind it, you know? It's not always like, oh, little Johnny boy was yanking on the chain on my neck or something like that. There's not always like a rhyme or reason for it. So you just never know. Check out this ID real quick, see what we're working. A little bit higher, but still not high enough to break that tone threshold. I'm not sure when the threshold changes. It sounds maybe a little better, could be like a tab. Little plug out there. Yeah, Lake County employee, he's just doing his rounds, you know. He's cool. He's enjoying his day, we're enjoying ours. That's how life should be. If you ain't hurting nobody, well, should be good to go, but that's not always how it works. Come on, little guy. I think it's actually close to the top here, like in the sidewall, kinda. I was slightly off on it. Yep, it's down here. Pry him out. Got him. Screamer. Absolute freaking screamer. And I think like sometimes tone does matter, where you can sometimes like tell by tone how strong something's hitting, or in a lot of cases you can tell like how big something is under the ground. If you hit on a big can, a big aluminum can, you do that a few times, you'll probably get familiar of what a can actually sounds like. But when it comes down to like those things that I just found, they're called the ring poles. And unfortunately, they're kind of a round shape and they're about the same size as a ring. So there's not always a lot of variation between those two signals. It's kind of a similar conductor to a lot of like the gold rings, and then the shape just, it kind of fools your metal detector into giving it that sweet tone. So it's kind of always a battle, a little bit of a struggle. Yeah, we got some people enjoying the park over there now, which is good, Sounds towards the top here, very dense. And that was a fresh one, so they're still out here using this field, mostly I guess for pull tab parties or something. I don't really know. I told you guys that I would come over to these areas and we haven't even been over here yet. Metal detecting though, like this ground right here probably has days worth of finds in it. I can't be sure that there's anything good, but I can bet you if there's this much trash, people have used this area enough that there probably is some good stuff out here. That's a weird tone. Kind of a squeaker. A little bit of a squeaking tone. Ooh, see, you got some like clay right here too. So in some instances, it's hard to know where this dirt even came from. Did they take this dirt out of the baseball field? What? That is, I guess the closest we've come to jewelry, sadly. It's one of those little, what are they called? Little stud. I used to see those belts all the time at like the local flea markets, you know? The teenage years, man. Little pink stud. To me, it's always kind of interesting though, like what kind of different metal is in the ground? There's so much different stuff. A lot of spitty signals through here. Sounds kind of dense. Is that a nail? Yep. So I don't know for sure if there's anything old in this little area. Show you right here. This is kind of like a, this is new obviously, but this is almost like a little stage area. I wonder if she'll survive the oncoming hurricane. Looks like it's already starting to rip out a bit. Whew. Yeah, I think this would be a good spot to check. Let me see though if we got anything over by the basketball courts. Today will be like a little bit of the meandering day, and we can always come back here and check it out a little bit more thoroughly, you know? Some courts right here. I always kind of like the basketball courts. See if we can get a high tone off of here. Sounds like a high tone. A lot of low tones. How many golden rings are off the basketball court? Great question. None? Could be some. So like the basketball court is kind of an area at a modern park where there could be reason why someone lost something, you know? If they're playing basketball, they're getting sweaty, throwing that ball around, then okay. Could be kind of a reason for someone to lose something, you know? What? Looks like it's just a little piece of metal. Crusty metal. Story of my life. Crusty metal for weeks. So many tones. So like my thought process too in an area like this is there could be a ring in here, but with the amount of similar signals, you're gonna have to dig out all of these to even have a chance, I think. Because the tones basically just sound so similar through here. Right now I'm trying to just listen for like a varying tone, maybe a high tone. Oh, there's a surface find right there. I'm gonna leave them because somebody might come back for them, but somebody left the sunglasses there. That would have been the best find of the day, but I'm gonna leave them. Like I said, they might be back for them. Put them back. Yeah. There you go, little guy. But it like I guess a thing to do in an area like this would be go around the edges like I'm doing first and listen for the high tones. At least cherry pick any coins, and then potentially there could be like some silver rings through here too. I like what they're doing right here. They this might actually be some horse manure or something. Looks like they got a big straw bale there too. They got a little community garden going in this place, which like I really respect. I feel like more communities should incorporate that. Gardening is really like, it's become kind of lost over the years. Not many people do it anymore. I guess to be fair, not many people have the room or the time to do it. But I think that's where a community garden kind of comes into play too. I just don't know, man. Through here, there's too many beeps. Listening for that Nash one. As you can tell, though, as I've been hunting, the longer I've been hunting, I feel, the pickier I've gotten. Originally, I was digging everything. Now I'm kind of, you know, I'm definitely being a little bit more picky now. Let's see what we got on this one. Didn't really sound too much different, maybe a little bit denser than the previous. Screamer. Okay, and that one was unfortunately a crushed and flattened bottle cap. Hey, the community garden might even be a decent spot to try, but I'm not gonna go in there. I'm not gonna dig up their garden, man. I refuse. Short and sweet tone. Maybe not. I just don't know. At some point I truly start to not know, and I think that can kind of mess with your productivity maybe. I really don't know, man. I'm thinking out loud. No way, it's just foil? Wow. Alright, you guys, well, I think we had a decent little session. It's starting to get long through here, so I don't want to make you guys sit through an hour-long regular video. But as long as this was a premiere, at least we got to hang out and chat a little bit, you know? Hopefully I made it to the premiere. Hopefully you guys did too. So I think the haul today, the height of the haul was 1/4. And the fall of the haul was probably about 50 pieces of assorted scrap aluminum and nonsense. So yeah, it was nice hanging out with you guys out here. Hopefully you enjoyed that hunt. I hope you have a good day out there. If you happen to live in Florida or you're on the path of this hurricane, please stay safe out there. I know that's easy to say, but you know, just do your best to take the precautions and just be good out there, be good. So thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Sleep tight or have a good day. See you soon. There's so many more beeps through here though. I don't think I'm done yet. Ooh, I ain't done yet. I'll see you guys soon.